Hogwarts Legacy has a new update that not only had major improvements to the game's performance, but it has also added new content and features in the game that they did not make fans aware of, and the question is why? Was it accidentally done? But it doesn't stop there, because there is also an exclusive opportunity for players who do not own the game to, well, play the game for free thanks to PlayStation. Now we have lots to get through. If you can leave a like, it helps a ton, but turn that into a dislike if you get to the end and did not enjoy the video. So Hogwarts Legacy just got a brand new shiny update which makes major gameplay improvements. Now the patch was released on the 2nd of June, so if you actually loaded up the game over the weekend, you may have seen some of these changes in action. Now the patch addresses a long list of bug fixes, but what I'll do is I will just highlight the most important. Now these include ones for the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, as well as the Xbox One and the Xbox Series S/X, and the new features that have been snuck in are also available on all of the consoles. So on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, players' wands will no longer be swapped for a generic one during cinematics, plus an issue with the collection count has been rectified, making it much easier to complete your field guide. Now several missing field guide pages have also been fixed as well, and issues relating to mission tracking have been resolved, and there should basically just be far less crashes in general. Now over on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X/S, the main character will also no longer use a generic wand during the cinematics, and an issue has been fixed where large gold chests were lootable when they actually shouldn't have been. Now the keys for ruled should also now be available as well if it wasn't before, and the game's general memory has been optimized. Now over on the PC, a crash relating to the VR RAM memory leaking has actually been fixed, and there's been an update to the latest Nvidia Streamline SDK. Now the questions most fans are asking is why these quality improvements are being done now, which of course is just much later, considering that most people have actually played the games a few times over, and now for the most part do not play it unless there are new updates and features as such, which actually leads me perfectly onto what exactly that is. Now the update snuck in some new content and features, but it was not publicly announced for some reason. Now in general, aside from bug fixes, the previous updates have occasionally brought in things like new cosmetics, as well as some additions into the open world, but the latest patch is no different and actually adds some brand new gear for your character to equip during exploration. Now this was spotted by a Reddit user who goes by the name of the Grizzly Ben, who said the following: "I noticed this after the latest update, but I'm surprised that no one else seems to have mentioned it. If you actually check your gear appearances, we now have the original tan coat and outfit that our character was wearing at the very start of the game." Now other players actually confirmed the addition, one of which stated the following: "The rugged overcoat and common Victorian garb were actually added to our appearance list in one of the previous patches, but characters created before that patch would not have access to them. But now, on the flip side, every single character has the ability to equip them." Now, while the new content has been appreciated by tons of fans, the question still remains: are we actually getting any DLC? Today's video is sponsored by Instant Gaming, the site that gives you the best and hottest games out right now for up to 70% off on any platform. Instant, no pun intended. For example, you can get Hogwarts Legacy right now for 27% off, not to mention the deluxe edition for 25% off. But it's not just games that are out, you can also save yourself a bunch of money on pre-orders too. The best part of it all is it's just a simple click to order, head out to the checkout, and in a matter of minutes the code for the game on whatever platform you chose would have landed in your mailbox ready for you to download, and they even have support available 24/7. One thing that I have to say I love the most, however, is the variety. From PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Nintendo, the catalogue of games they have is truly extensive. Now you can get PSN cards as well at, you guessed it, a discount. So check out Instant Gaming and use my code to save yourself even more right now. The link is in the description below. Now on top of that, Hogwarts Legacy has a free-to-play option now, and it's exclusive to PlayStation users. So PlayStation users can get a feel for Hogwarts Legacy now via a free trial period, although this does actually come with a little twist. As pointed out over on the PlayStation Plus subreddit, Hogwarts Legacy has been added to the service's Games Trials feature. Now for those who might not be aware, Game Trials are available for PlayStation Plus Premium subscribers, effectively giving them the chance to go hands-on with certain releases before they commit to buying them. Now is that something everyone should have access to? Yeah, probably it would actually come in really handy. Now unfortunately, everyone does actually seem to agree that even though it's a free demo for the most part, it's not actually really worth it, which is actually saying quite a lot for a free download. Now while all of the time demos available via PlayStation Premium are fairly short, users have complained at the idea of basically just having 45 minutes to make up your mind on, hey, do I want to purchase Hogwarts Legacy or do I not want to purchase Hogwarts Legacy? Now that just barely covers the opening sequence, and unless you absolutely blast your way through it, and I really mean literally blast your way through the game, I'm not sure you'll actually even make it to Hogwarts in time. Though that said, I do think it's still a cool option, but that question is still floating about where it's like, okay, well, now that we're having these patches and new things be added into the game, and we're not being told that they've actually been added into the game, was that done by accident? And then are we getting any DLC? And then why have these add-ons basically been done now when, again, most people have stopped playing the game? Now in my personal opinion, I'm actually happy with it. I think it's a cool add-on. I genuinely wasn't really too, I guess you could say, for the most part I was oblivious in terms of the cosmetics, and I guess it makes sense now because, again, if your character was made before the patch, you wouldn't have had access to it, but at the same time, when we did have it at the beginning, it was kind of something I did consider, and then it just never really bothered me. But now that we have it, it does make things a lot more fun just visually for your character, and again, it's more options regardless. But are we getting a DLC for Hogwarts Legacy, or is it now just a matter of actually waiting for the sequel of the game? That is the big question. Now whilst this game has been out of the spotlight now for quite some time, other games have been swinging into the spotlight. In particular, Spider-Man 2 has swung its way into action, adding some new features in the game for fans specifically as well that is just truly mind-blowing. So go ahead and check out that video that you see on screen right now.